10 years ago, I started in property with 33 grand in debt. And fast forward to today, I've got a 20 million pound portfolio, did 10.8 million last year. And in this video, I'm gonna give you all of the tools, all of the education, and show you some real results that you can get to if you take the action. Let's get the scary stuff out of the way. It's what you look like now. Yes, we're gonna look in the mirror, and I know it all looks ugly at the beginning, but we need to focus on the now. I think a lot of people look at the future, they're visualizing success. I want time, location, financial freedom. This is absolutely amazing. But I'm sorry, if you're crying in your rusty old Fiat Punto thinking about the Ferrari F50 you're gonna be in, you're gonna fuck it up. So we need to focus on the now, and we need to look at the mirror. I want you to focus on 4 key figures. So these 4 key figures that we need to break down. Number 1 is going to be your net income. What is your net income after tax? You can't go, I earn 25 grand a year. No, you don't. You earn 1,850 a month, whatever it is. So what is your net income? The next thing is, what are your outgoings? So if you think about this as money in and money out, what are your outgoings on a monthly basis? And by the way, these aren't your superfluous bits. These are to survive. I need a roof over my head. I'd like to eat food occasionally, etc., etc. So these are your absolute obligations. Then we're going to be looking at the future you. How much do you currently add to yourself? And the reason I'm laughing is I already know the answer is 0. Fuck all, but we need to change that today, don't we? So the future you, what's the future investment? I'm not talking about ordering a takeaway. I'm talking about your financial freedom, contributions. And finally, how much do you allocate onto your play account? Now, don't get dirty. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about how much are you spending on Netflix, your subscriptions, Amazon Prime, which I'm sorry to say are absolutely not a necessity to your life. You need to be honest here. Don't fuck around. Be really true on what money's in, what money's going out, what's the future, and what's the play. You need to understand now before we look into the future. Stage 2 is money habits. So now we've got an idea of where we're at. We need to start building money habits up. And we're going to break this down over a 6-month basis in 3 key stages. So stage 1 is your first month. What we're going to do is we are going to eradicate the superfluous. So what does that mean? We're going to cut out the extras. All right, this is honestly what I would do. We're getting rid of this stuff. And you need to be ruthless here. You don't need more food, you fat fuck. You do not need to go to the cinema. You do not need Amazon Prime. Honestly, just be ruthless. And if you're going, oh, come on, a Costa coffee is not going to make the difference. Yes, it is. I'm sorry. If you're watching this video so far, you're a broke motherfucker. And we're trying to change that right now. We want you to be rich, but you can't handle making or multiplying money if you can't even manage your own incomes and outgoings. So we're going to cut the extras out. And honestly, I'm telling you right now, you could easily cut your outgoings by 10%. Not me, Jamie, you don't understand. I've got kids. And stop with your bullshit excuses, just make it happen. Cut the extras out. Stage 2 is I want you to look at ways you can increase your income. I bet in every operative role, there's a way you can say to your boss, hey, what would you need to see from me in order to be worth X? What would you need to see from me in order for me to achieve Y? If you're a salesperson, it's a little bit easier. But also, how can you apply your skill set in another location? For example, we're filming a video. I do not have any skill in whatever way to do an edit. Whereas if one of my team went, hey, would you mind if I worked 1 day a month, 2 days a month on the weekend, specifically focus on creating scripts for ads that I think could be really good and make money? Yeah. Could I earn money on that? Yeah. Hey, if it's really successful and beats the cost per acquisition of other ad spend, could I get a piece of that? Yeah. That's a really great way of getting entrepreneurial within a business. It's called becoming an intrapreneur, using your skills to monetize. And by the way, this might be you're increasing it by £300 a month. If you're watching this, I bet that £300 a month could really make a difference. Imagine another £3,600 a year coming into pot. It would make a big difference. Now, number 3. Your financial freedom pot. Your financial freedom pot. Most people don't do this, and this is stage 3, where really, if you think about this as month 1, think about this as months 2 to 3, and this is really 4 to 6, okay? So over a 3-month basis. I want you to get used to paying yourself first. What does this mean? I know I'm gonna get pushback on this. but I'm telling you, you're full of shit. So just to prepare you on that, I don't care what you get paid, you're gonna do this. So I'm gonna base it on you are getting paid £2,000 after tax, just to keep the numbers easy. So you're gonna do this and you're gonna hate it. Month 1, which is month 4 on this stage, I'm gonna tell you to take out 5% of that. 5% is £100. So you get paid on the 1st. On the 2nd, you take out £100 from your account and you put it in a separate account. This could be a ISA, this could be a stocks and shares ISA, it could just be your mum's bank account to really get it out of yours and into somebody else's control. Every single month, you take out £100. Why are you gonna do this? Because if you're anything like the average human being, you will spend what is there. It's amazing. I bet you've had this term before where you go, there's too much month at the end of the money. And it's a really funny thing, but it's like, cool, then just be broke a day early. It's just not that big of a deal. You will figure shit out. There's still food in the cupboards until you go out and get more, right? There's already fuel in the car and everything in between. So that's 5%. Month 2, you're gonna up that to 10%. I can hear it. You're bitching. I don't need to see it, you're bitching. £200, this is stressful, Jamie. Jamie, don't even say what you're about to say, 15%. See, now you're getting really stressed, aren't you, £300? Well, here's the thing. Are people living and surviving on 1,700? They are. Now, here's a decision you need to make right now. Are you investing in the you of today or are you investing in the you of tomorrow? And the truth is, when it comes to your financial discipline, whether it's making, managing, or multiplying money, true mastery comes from setting yourself up with money habits that look after the you of tomorrow. I want you to write this down, delayed gratification. If you can get that in your head, you are on the path to winning. Now, why £300? Well, £300 allows you to do one of two things, and this is not financial advice. Now, you're about to start investing in you. Warren Buffett, one of the best investors in the world, arguably the best, says the best investment you can ever make is in yourself. Now, the reason I say this isn't financial advice is you've got two choices. Option 1, you're gonna get out a personal loan here. And I am not saying this is for everyone. Check in with yourself. Where's your head at? What's your relationship with money? Because loans for some people are horrible. For me, I'm in tens of millions of debt. I intend on being in hundreds of millions of debt. The dream is to be $1 billion in debt one day. I love debt. That is not a good thing for everyone. You need to have a good relationship. Or you're gonna build up savings. Now, why 300? Well, I know that if you are saving £300 a month and you are finding you can do that, you can actually get up to a £15,000 personal loan. Not telling you to do that. Let me be crystal clear. I do not know you. I would need to understand your situation more. Alternatively, you're going to save up £3,000, or you can get a personal loan for £3,000 that it will cost you about, my guess is about 80 quid a month, but you look into that. Why £3,000? Well, £3,000 in most industries is enough to start building you up. I'm going to use the property industry as the single best vehicle that I know of that can allow you to make quick money without get rich quick in between. So £3,000 is going to pay for 3 things. Number 1, your education. And yes, I am shamelessly plugging myself. I do have an education business. And legitimately, if you're ready to invest in yourself and you want to have a chat about how we can actually help you create 6 figures, that's 100K over the next 12 months, just put education in the chat and we can book in a phone call and have a chat with each other. But genuinely, even if it's not me, I really don't care. Like, you have to pick someone, like, you might be watching this and going, I don't like him. I don't like his energy. I don't like his ego. I don't like his swearing. Cool, you're right. Find somebody that's good for you. Okay, it doesn't have to be with me, but if it is, that's great. Education. Number 2 is your compliance. So in every single business, you are going to have compliance costs, which is going to be insurance. In the property industry, we need to be with an ombudsman and a couple of anti-money laundering, for example, data protection, but compliance. And number 3, you need to make sure you've got marketing. Build it and they will come. Biggest load of bullshit out there, right? You could have the best product in the world. If nobody knows about it, then you're not going to do it. So you get educated, you get it. And education tells you how to do the thing really well so you can actually provide loads of value. Compliance means that you're going to do it legally. And marketing says, hey, now that I am doing this legally and in the right way that's going to add a load of value, let's attract people in who become aware of our services and can start making money. Now, the reason I personally like deal packaging as a format is it really really works like this. Now, forget the setup, the education, the compliance and marketing. The way it's going to work is you need awareness, communication, and extraction, which is your marketing effort. And then what you're going to do is go through something we call laps, which the lead comes in, you're going to book an appointment, put forward a proposal, and you're going to get a sale. And in general, for every £100 that we're investing in marketing, we're going to make 3K plus in revenues. Now, does that mean spend 100, 3K comes out? Spend 100, 3K comes out? No. But once you know what you're doing and you know how to market, you know how to attract, you know how to communicate, you've now invested in the best possible thing you could, yourself and your skill set. And when you develop yourself, you become more valuable as a human being and for those around you, which you can monetize. So you might be thinking, this is really cool. So how am I now achieving this on a monthly basis? Well, you might be going, now that we've got this up and running, you might be spending £250 per calendar month on marketing. And what you might be saying is, I'm looking to do one deal per calendar month. And you might be charging an average of £5,000. And I fully realize in this video, I'm not saying, here's how to do deal packaging more. You don't need a lot, well, you need £3,000, you need 10 hours a week, you need to go all out, as you would on any business, but you're gonna get one deal at 5K a month. What do you do now? Well, you could quit your job, but I actually hate that advice. You know, people go, you're JOB, just over broke. What the fuck do you think I'm doing now? Like, this is a job. What do you think the team are doing now? They're working as well. We all have a job, we all have a career. But here's the thing I say, some of you watching hate your job and you cannot wait to quit it. You hate your boss, they're an arsehole. Luckily, my team have the best boss in the world, Dan Buchan, my business partner. But if you hate your boss, you're gonna wanna get out. But some of you love your job. Here's the thing, wouldn't it be nice going into work knowing that you don't need the money? Wouldn't it be nice going into your job going, I just love adding value here, and if I ever decide this isn't for me anymore, great. Money doesn't come into play. And I think that's a really powerful situation that you should be in. And making wealth accessible to the world is something we're really big on. So when we're doing this, you can then make decisions. You've reached your first milestone of one of the first pieces of freedom, which is financial. So once you've got financial freedom, if you really want to develop, you can develop into the next two areas, which are time and location freedom. But financial freedom is a really good piece to get to, and it gives you choice. And this is where we really want to go to. And for me, what I would be doing, if you want to read a book called The Richest Man in Babylon, we'll bring it up here. The Rich Man in Babylon by George Clayson. And you want to be reinvesting your gold, which is your earned income. You reinvest it, guess what I'm going to say in property, specifically boring vanilla buy-to-let properties. And then on a monthly basis, these three properties are going to pay out silver. And you then live your life only ever spending the silver. So you work hard for your gold, you reinvest it, it produces silver, and you're ready to execute. If you want an extreme example of this, I'll tell you what I do. So I still do this today. I actually purchase between 3 and 5 properties every single month. This next quarter that we're coming into is kind of a crazy. We're looking to buy 30 properties in the next 3 months. And we've got 25 of them going into legals, which is stressful as hell. But in general, I package 5. So I package on 5. And then I use the money to purchase the 6th. And this is tend to do what I do. So my £25 million portfolio, I own it outright, and that's a lie. I do have mortgages on it, but I don't have private investors, I don't have joint ventures. And if you don't know my story, I started minus 33 grand, 33,000 personal loans, credit cards, which is why I say it really is down to each individual. And how did I do it? I package 5, I buy the 6th. I package 5, I buy the 6th. I package 5, I buy the 6th. And this is kind of like a quantum loop. It's infinite scale. And so every time I get in money, I allocate some towards marketing to get the next batch, and then I just use it. And so when I say I am the #1 investor for my company, is because I represent 1 in 6 of our investors. And so this is why I believe in it. I've been doing it for a decade now. We've done over 1,000 of these transactions, and that is all I do. I deal package to create my gold. I've got the education business to help other people to do it, and then I invest to produce silver. Now, the reality is, I don't know what level you're at. My guess is that you're towards the beginning of the journey, but it doesn't matter where you are. If you're in a situation where you want to completely change the trajectory of your bloodline and you want to change the trajectory of your legacy, then I know I can help you. But the truth is, I'm talking to 1,000 of you right now, 2,000 of you right now, 3,000 of you. The only way for me to truly know how I can help you is to have a conversation. No big sales pitch, no bullshit at all. If you want to have a chat about where you're at and get some strategic guidance, sure, if the outcome of that is you end up investing in yourself through us, then that's amazing. But worst case, if we help you on the way, that'll be really cool. And if you want to book in your free one-to-one session, put education in the chat. I'll send you a link and you can book in that absolutely free. So let me just wrap this up. Number one is looking in the mirror. And guess what? We're all fuck ugly the first time we look into it because you start to notice the things that you've never shared with others. But until you're willing to look at where you're at now, you can't project to where you need to get to. Number two, you need to have world-class habits. The skill set without the mindset will leave you upset, and you need to have a bulletproof mindset before you move to the next stage, which is the 3 M's. Learn how to make, manage, and multiply money, otherwise you will never be wealthy. And if you really want a tight turnaround and you want to become rich in 1 year, then you need to start investing in you, which is going to be for me in deal packaging. But if you want a different skill set, that's absolutely fine. So invest in yourself and go the extra mile. And I'm telling you, yes, I'm an educator. Yes, I am biased. Yes, I will benefit if we end up working with each other. But if you're not willing to invest in yourself, then why would anyone else? If you're ready to take that next step, put education in the comments below. We'll book in a free one-to-one session. I'll put a link in as well, pin it to the top, fill in your details. And I really look forward just to getting to know you and actually assessing, where are you? Are you ready to make, manage, and multiply money? Or maybe we just need to hold up that mirror, and that phone call is all about looking at the mirror together to support you through the next stage. Wherever you're at, take the first step, whether you're crawling, walking, running, or sprinting towards the end goal of the marathon. I want to help you get that one step closer. Put education in the comments below. If not, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I'll see you in the next video.